Good morning. Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. 8A's Thursday, July the 25th, and we are here to look at the new releases being set into the wild this week. And on Thursdays, we look at fantasy and science fiction. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching it live, good for you for being a morning person. If you're not watching it live, that's okay. I do repost this later. You can watch it at any time you like to see what is new. This is for whatever time you like. Don't even worry about that. Quick announcements. I do have sprints tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2.5 hours. I do them 3 times a week. We do them every Tuesday and Thursday evenings, and then Saturday afternoons. Let us do a quick check-in. Elena, good morning. How you doing? Just finished the children's train yesterday afternoon. Oh, cool. Hope you liked it. Mary, good morning. Happy Thursday. Get to go have my hair cut this afternoon. Oh, that feels so good. Looking forward to it getting kind of shaggy. I know that feeling. You doing good? Awesome. I'm also doing good. I started a new book yesterday. What is it called? The Vivaldi Cipher. First in a series, but I think there's like a set of 3 prior to that, but set with Vatican secrets, which is my jam. I like it. All right, let's jump into fantasy and science fiction. That have been released this week. Actually, I don't think that one was this week. I think that one was last week. Hang on a second. Technical difficulties. There we go. How about we start with this one? There we go. The Ornithologist Field Guide to Love. Love's Academic by India Holton. I like that. Rival ornithologists hunt through England for a rare magical bird in this historical fantasy rom-com, reminiscent of Indiana Jones, but with manners, tea, and helicopter parasols. It's also sort of steampunkish, it sounds like. Beth Pickering is on the verge of finally capturing the rare death whistler bird when Professor Devon Lockley swoops in, stealing both her bird and her imagination like a villain. Albeit a handsome and charming villain, but that's beside the point. As someone highly educated in the ruthless discipline of ornithology, Beth knows trouble when she sees it, and she is determined to keep her distance from Devon. For his part, Devon has never been more smitten than when he first set eyes on Professor Beth Pickering. She's so pretty, so polite, so capable of bringing down a fiery, deadly bird using only her wits. In other words, an angel. Devon understands he must not get close to her, however, since they're professional rivals. When a competition to become Birder of the Year by capturing an endangered Caladrius bird is announced, Beth and Devon are forced to team up to have any chance of winning. Now keeping their distance becomes a question of one bed or two. But they must take the risk because foul play is afoot and they can't trust anyone else. For all may be fair in love and war, but this is ornithology. I say that all the time. Gosh, July is almost done. Time is flying by these days. Yep, as I say, it is. The year's going by fast, but the weeks are slow. Hope it's going to be a cooler today for you. Yep, they're saying 98 for a high. Yesterday I saw 108. So 10 degrees, probably better. Still don't like the 90s, but better than cooking. You guys getting some rain? I know, didn't Georgia get some rain? Maybe it got in your area? Queen Bee, the story of Anne Boleyn, Witch Queen. third in the HMRC trilogy by Juno Dawson. It's 1536, and the queen has been beheaded. Lady Grace Fairfax, witch, knows that something foul is at play, that someone had betrayed Anne Boleyn and her coven. Wild with the loss of their leader and her lover, a secret that if spilled could spill Grace's own end, she will do anything in her power to track down the traitor. But there's more at stake than revenge. It was one of her own, a witch, that betrayed them, and Grace isn't the only one looking for her. King Henry VIII has sent witch finders after them, and they're organized like they've never been before under his new advisor, the impassioned Sir Ambrose Fulk, a cold man blinded by his faith. His cruel reign could mean the end of witchkind itself. If Grace wants to find her revenge and live, she will have to do more than disappear. She will have to be reborn. I absolutely love the Anne Boleyn story, but that's a hard pass for me. But there are people who would like that because of combining history and witches. Sad when 98 is considered cooler, like you said, compared to 108. That's downright balmy. Yeah, I'm just not a summer girl. Right, we've gotten some rain. Okay, good. Gray and overcast day, and the deck has small puddles on it, so it must have rained earlier. Oh, still nice. Still need lots more, but thankful for what we've gotten. Thankful, but wishing for more. The Dissonance by Sean Hamill. You can never go home again, the saying goes, but Hal, Athena, and Aaron have to. In high school, the three were students at the eccentric Professor Marsh, trained in a secret system of magic known as the Dissonance, which is built around harnessing negative emotions, alienation, anger, pain. Then, 20 years ago, something happened that shattered their coven, scattering them across the country, stuck in mundane lives alone. But now, terrifying signs and portents, not to mention a pointed Facebook invite, have summoned them back to Clegg, Texas. There, their paths will collide with that of Owen, a closeted teenager from Alabama whose aborted cemetery seance with his crush summoned something far worse, a murderous entity whose desperate driving purpose includes kidnapping Owen to serve as its Renfield. As Owen tries to outwit his new master, and Hal, Athena, and Aaron reckon with how the choices they made as teens might connect to the apocalyptic event unfurling over the Lone Star State, shocking alliances form, old and new romances brew, and three unsuccessful adults and one frightened teen are all that stand between reality and oblivion. I guess they're calling that fantastical horror. Again, not my jam. That's okay. Bane of the Witch by J. Todd Kingria, a third in the Diperian saga. With the arrival of the year 1000 AE, the Crimson Fathers, aided by the Crimson Mother, have conquered the Texan lands. In Deparia, the Crimson Fathers continue to rule unchallenged. The evil of the Crimson Fathers and the Crimson Mother lead Thorn, Hawks, Warner, Tua, and two new resistance fighters, Jarko Konstantin Leakin and Madia de Pahivia, on a dangerous and life-altering journey to rescue Teska Vaughn. A holy relic, the Iron Hand of Michael the Victorious, may offer hope and help, but as the final battle ensues, our heroes must contend with their own terrors, the magical might of the Crimson Fathers, the 12 Hells, and the deaths of those closest to them. Gravity Lost by L.M. Sagas, second in Ambent's Run series. Henry VIII was bewitched by Anne. Yes, he was. There's a a person who takes images of, uh, we'll say royalty, but also famous people in history, whether it's statues or paintings and stuff, and uses today's technology to make them come to life. And I think it's under in YouTube under royalty now. She does a really good job. Recently, she did Henry VIII, both as a young man and when he was older and not so handsome. Very good work. And you can understand perhaps why he was such a popular guy when he was younger. He was a he was a good-looking dude. After thwarting a space station disaster and planetary destruction, the Ambit crew thought turning Isaiah Dresden over to the Union would be the end of their troubles. Turns out it's only the start. Dresden is a walking encyclopedia of dirty secrets, and everyone wants a piece of him. The Trust, the Union, even the Guild. Someone wants him bad enough to kill, and with the life of one of their own on the line, the Ambit crew must jailbreak the very man they helped capture and expose some of the secrets he's been keeping before it's too late. In the spiral, everything has a price. In their fight to protect what they love, Ewan, Nash, Saint, and Jal will confront some ugly truths about their enemies and even uglier truths about their friends. But nothing will come close to the truths they'll learn about themselves. You can't always fix what's broken, and sometimes it's better that way. Nalini Singh has a new one. Big name in fantasy sci-fi. This is 8th in the Psi Changeling Trinity. Can you have 8 in a Trinity? Primal Mirror. Daughter of two ruthless high gradient telepaths, Auden Scott is not the child her Psi parents wanted or expected, even before her brain injury. Her thoughts are scattered, her memories fuzzy, or just terrifyingly blank. The only thing she knows for certain is that she must protect her unborn baby, a baby she has no recollection of conceiving, and who draws an unnerving depth of interest from her dead mother's closest associates. The baby does? Leopard Alpha Remy Denier is a man driven by the primal instinct to protect his pack, protect his allies, and protect the mysterious woman who has become a most unlikely neighbor. With eerie eyes that see too much and a scent that alters in ways disturbing and impossible, Auden Scott is the enemy, but nothing about this strange sigh is what it seems, and Remy's feline heart is as fascinated by her as his human half. Then Auden asks Remy to help her shatter the wall of secrets that is the Scott bloodline. What they unearth will reveal a nightmare beyond imagination. This time, the battle is to the death. Lots of, shall I say, like paranormal-ish rather than like fantasy. But there are weeks like that. Shadow's End by Carrie Arthur, 12th in the Lizzie Grace series. Contemporary fantasy. Two ancient vampires, I'm out, and a centuries-long war. Their final battle, the Phelan Werewolf Reservation. With a wedding to plan and a future mother-in-law who hates her, the last thing Lizzie Grace needs is two psycho vampires rampaging through Castle Rock. But as their battle draws ever closer to her circle of friends, Lizzie finds herself unwillingly drawn deeper and deeper into their conflict. Then one vampire does the unthinkable, and Lizzie goes to war. Can she save everyone she loves and finally get her happy ending with Aiden? Or will darkness forever claim the reservation and consume them all? The Book of Elsewhere by Keanu Reeves and China Mayville. Big names in their respective um entertainment fields. This is inspired by the Berserker comic books. I'd heard he was involved in that. She said we needed a tool, so I asked the gods. There have always been whispers, legends, the warrior who cannot be killed, who's seen 1,000 civilizations rise and fall. He has had many names. Unute, child of lightning, death himself. These days, he's simply known as V, and he wants to be able to die. In the present day, a US Black Ops group has promised him they can help him with that, and all he needs to do is help them in return. But when an all too mortal soldier comes back to life, the impossible event ultimately points toward a force even more mysterious than B himself, one at least as strong, and one with a plan all its own. Okay. Don't like the cover though. Just read a little about Keanu Reeves' book, said it was wild. Oh, okay. I respect the man. Oh, here's another fantasy horror dystopian. The Deading by Nicholas Belardes. If you want to stay, you have to die. In a small fishing village known for its aging birding community and the local oyster farm, a hidden evil emerges from the depths of the ocean. It begins with sea snails washing ashore, attacking whatever they cling to. This mysterious infection starts transforming the wildlife, the seascapes, and finally the people. Once infected, residents of Baywood start deading, collapsing and dying, only to rise again, changed in ways both fanatical and physical. As the government cuts the town off from the rest of the world, the uninfected, including the introverted, bird-loving Blaz and his jaded older brother Chango, realize their town could be ground zero for a fundamental shift in all living things. Soon, disturbing beliefs and autocratic rituals emerge, overseen by the death-worshipping risers. People must choose how to survive, how to find home, and whether or not to betray those closest to them. Stoked by paranoia and isolation, tensions escalate until Blaz, Chango, and the survivors of Baywood must make their escape or become subsumed by this terrifying new normal. Haunting of Hecate Cavendish, first in a series by Paula Braxton. Now, I have read a couple books by Paula Braxton, a different, like a 4 book series. I don't think I've read book 4 though. My mom really liked them. England, 1881. Hereford Cathedral stands sentinel over the city, keeping its secrets, holding long forgotten souls in its stony embrace. Hecate Cavendish speeds through the cobbled streets on her bicycle, skirts hitched daringly high, heading for her new life as assistant librarian. But this is no ordinary collection of books. The cathedral houses an ancient chained library, wisdom guarded for the centuries, mysteries and stories locked onto its worn, humble shelves. The most prized artifact, however, is the medieval world map which hangs next to Hecate's desk. Little does she know how much the curious people and mythical creatures depicted on it will come to mean to her, nor does she suspect that there are lost souls waiting for her in the haunted cathedral. Some will become her dearest friends. Some will seek her help in finding peace. Others will put her in great peril, and as she quickly learns, threaten the lives of everyone she loves. And the last one we have for today is Ancient Magic, Magic for Hire, second in a series by Alexandra Ivy. Vampires again. The vampire cabal meets only under the direst circumstances, but since Sky Claremont's coven proved wild magic has returned, the cabal has gathered in New York City to decide the fate of the powerful mages. Sky doubts her oracular powers can help. After 10 years indentured to a demon gang, paying off her father's gambling debts with visions, her freedom has come despite her weak abilities, not because of them. But when her father sends a text to demand a meeting, she doesn't need to read the future to know trouble will follow. Well, if her father's still there, why isn't her father paying off his debts? The demons want her to kidnap Micah, the reclusive, fearsome leader of the New Orleans vampire cabal, as if a low voltage witch like her could succeed. But when Sky looks into his eyes, she sees certain doom if she doesn't take him to their stronghold after all. Spellbound more by beauty and intrigue than magic, the vampire follows her into the dark of a demon's cell. When the door slams behind them, they'll have to unravel the tangled threads of prophecy and politics that make their way forward immeasurably dangerous. But it's desire that could undo them both. Dot, 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 dot. Well, definitely a lot darker this week on storylines. And I am marked safe from having to buy anything. Yay. All right. Well, that is all we have. Tomorrow is Freeform Friday, so I think there's one left over from Monday, and we'll see what else catches our attention. Maybe some historicals, straight history, historical stuff, maybe some nonfiction. I don't know. It's Freeform Friday. We do have sprints tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2.5 hours. Bring your own book, work on a project, or just close your eyes. It is self-care time with some ambiance. So hope you're able to pop in or bring a friend, tell a friend. We'd love to grow. I think we're at about 280. We'd love to hit 300. So yeah, whatever you want to do. It's a free world. All right. I hope you guys have a good Thursday. Mary, I hope your haircut goes well. See you in a little bit. Otherwise, have a good day. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.